Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a show that I've wanted to do for some time, and I hope that you guys enjoy this and we do more in the future because it's been an absolute blast putting it together for you. Some time ago, I think it was on a live a couple of weeks ago, I invited viewers to submit their vinyl storage ideas, the things that they use in their day-to-day setup. And you guys responded and sent in some amazing ideas. You're not going to want to miss this. All right, we're going to check this out in no particular order. Let's go to it. This is from Janet, who says, in response to your video about record storage, I thought I would share my solution. I have been playing records since I was a kid in the 70s and still have many of the records I got new in the 70s and 80s. Several years ago, I got back into records in a big way, adding greatly to my collection and realized that I needed to find a way to store them all. She goes on to show some really cool options, some of which are made by a company in Ohio, and really a neat way to do it. I love the little handheld crates, and you can never go wrong with like a file box type of design, as you can see here. I think those are really smart, actually. And then look how nicely and modular these are and how well they stack next to the setup. As for the box sets, she goes on to say, I store them on a heavy metal bookcase my son-in-law gave me. Cases are in good shape and are nostalgic, so I continue to use them. I watch all of your videos and enjoy them. Keep up the good work. Janet, thank you so very much. Next up is Dave, who likes to keep it simple with these 36-quart utility plastic tubs from the Container Store. And this is actually a brilliant way to go about it because they're semi-clear, so you can get an idea of exactly what's in it. They're stackable, they're modular, there's a good way to grasp it, there's good handles, good leverage, and it avoids a mistake that I made when I moved my record collection from Colorado to Florida, in that they're not too big. I thought to myself, okay, I want to get a box about the size of a record crate, and I was able to find those. I showed those extensively in the videos we did almost 2 years ago now when I documented that move, and boy, was that a learning process. And they fit, they were safe, and they did arrive here safely, cross-country travel, no damage, no problem, but they were so heavy. Like, they were really heavy. Like, imagine a full crate of records. That's how heavy each one was, and I don't think that anybody that was involved with moving that appreciated it being that big. Dave, much smarter than I am, has got this figured out with these modular storage boxes from the Container Store. I love it. Next up, we've got Daryl in Bradford, Pennsylvania, who kind of mixes it up because Daryl is rocking the very cool mid-century shelving for his 3,000 records. He says he's got 3,000 33s, 45s, and 78s. Here are 6 pictures showing how I store my records. So it looks like we got a couple of different shelving options. By the way, Michael Framer will tell you, and I would tend to agree, that shelving and records in shelving act as a fantastic diffuser of sound. So if you've got a lot of bouncy, flat surfaces, a lot of echo in your listening space, having vinyl records on a shelf really can help to kind of mute that echoiness, and plus it looks really cool as well. I have to say, even though I'm a crate guy, this looks good to me. This looks good. I can see myself really going for something like that. He also throws in some modular storage as well, even cardboard boxes, which I agree work really well, especially for things like 45s, 10-inch records, odd sizes, or if you want to categorize your records into specific and individualized sections. Daryl, thank you so much. This is a very cool way to store your records. Craig from Ohio went the Walmart route. He picked up some thick shelving, and he says it works fantastic. Even under the weight of records, they do not bow. Craig also had some very friendly words to say about the channel and our community. Thank you, Craig. I really appreciate it. You mentioned Peach Valley crate. I've got something similar. I think I've shown this before. This is a little cassette crate. It's not a Peach Valley one. It says Napa Valley Box Company, and I love this little Fido logo on the side there. And that's a fun way. I love stuff like this. When I first saw a Peach Valley crate, I had no idea that it was like a thing, and it's kind of fun. I see them pop up from time to time at record shops. He goes on to say, here's where my albums are. After many, many years of moving them around, some years they were sealed in boxes or sitting on the floor, decided it was time to have all of his records in one place where he could get to everything easily. I think that's a very smart move. And the singles are in a rack, in a closet, in the music room, but it's all together and he can get at all of his music. That is something that I wanted to do as well. Like I said before many times, I do crates, but at one point I had, a crate in this room, a crate downstairs, a crate in the garage, and I needed to have them all together because, your accessibility to your media really impacts your listening. Like if you have a record crate or a box or whatever in another room, you're not going to listen to that stuff as much, and you kind of go for the same things over and over. Once your collection gets to a certain size, you can't, cognitively think necessarily when you go to listen to music. Like, what sounds good today? What you have. So sometimes browsing is important, and in order to browse effectively, you've got to know where your stuff is and be able to get to it easily. He says the shelves are very affordable. They are from Walmart, assemble pretty quickly, but they're nice and sturdy. Craig, thank you so much for the submission. These are some great ideas as well. And it goes to show you that you can put something together right away, because he was able to go right over to Walmart and do it on the spot pretty much. A little bit of effort, a little bit of elbow grease, and then you can reap those benefits instantly. Next up is Jaylen. I hope I'm saying that right. 18 years old, born in Germany, now lives in the United States. I watched your latest video and wanted to submit my vinyl storage setup for your planned show. I've mostly been a CD person. I love CDs. And since getting into physical media, but this year getting into cassettes and vinyl as well. Welcome to the club. It's good to have you here. It's a slippery slope. Goes on to say, I store my records in this neat box with a thick fabric material with carrying handles on all sides of the box. It has a lid, which gives extra protection. A really good idea because dust does get in from the top, and even has a divider in the middle if you want to separate your records in any way. I think that's a really good idea as well. Jaylen also included their turntable. I'm very happy to see an Audio-Technica LP60X. That's a fantastic unit. Using the built-in preamp, that's perfectly fine. It's a very good one. And hook it up to the Victrola Empire via the aux cable. That's fantastic. So you get the benefit of, a higher end turntable with a magnetic cartridge and a vintage experience as well. I think that's really cool. I haven't seen a lot of people do it that way. All right, that is going to do it. Thank you to everybody who got their submission in on time and was a part of the show. It was a lot of fun. I want to do more of this for sure. Let me know your comments down below. Obviously, give me your suggestions and feel free to send in pictures of your setups. Next, let's do your actual listening setup. So let's show off your gear, your listening rooms, all that good stuff. So email me, Record-ology1938@gmail.com. If you're over 18, you could be anywhere in the world, and we will go ahead and get the best ones on the show. I'm not sure when or how long we'll leave that window open, probably till we get enough good submissions, and I can't wait to see what you guys are listening on. This is your chance to show off, show and tell. I loved Show and Tell Day. I love it, which is probably one of the reasons why I like doing YouTube. It's just fun. And I can't keep my big mouth shut. Anyway, I've got to do that because now the show's over. Thank you so much for watching. Happy record hunting, and we'll see you next time.